It's a great day to be in Wisconsin. But we all know we have big trouble in this country. Barack Obama, Joe Biden's mentor, said he wanted to fundamentally change America. Wanted to fundamentally change the greatest nation in the history of the world. Let's look at some issues and why we cannot let Donald John Trump fail to win the election in November. First of all, we got new numbers out as far as the number of people crossing the southern border. February is never a big month for crossing the border, but 220,000 people crossed the border and came to the United States in February. 4 years before that, under Donald Trump in February, and this is before COVID, how many people do you think crossed the border? Under 10,000. We've gone up 22 times on people crossing the border. Who is the only man who has the ability to stop the United States from disappearing in November? Donald Trump. You're absolutely right. And these people crossing the border, some other statistics for you to carry back home. I heard testimony last week from a guy who was a judge, immigration judge. People crossing the border, he felt, 3.5 to 4 times as likely to commit crimes as a native born. And that's what the future of America, that's the future of America Joe Biden wants. Every month, another 9 or 10,000 unaccompanied minors come here. Can you imagine letting in this country 14, 12-year-old kids without their parents? Who is destroying the families here? Joe Biden's destroying the families. Donald Trump will once more make sure that the families stay together and we're not going to be separating families at the border. And in any event, when you talk to your friends back home, remember, 21 times as many people crossing the border now as under Joe Biden. I want to talk a little bit about something that's going to affect so many of us personally. About 6 months ago, I got a new car, and I just bought a new car. I wasn't thinking. Then I realized Joe Biden wants to change the type of cars that you're forced to buy. Right now, cars are pretty good. They last 10, 15, 20 years. I'm a chief German. My cars go as long as they can go. And I realized this may be the last gas-powered car I'll be allowed to buy in the United States of America. 2032 is just around the corner, and they don't want to sell more than a handful of gas-powered cars at that time. I talked to my friends in the auto industry. You're going to have to pay $20,000 more a car. And worse than that, this is Joe Biden, the Marxist war on the middle class of America. They want to wipe out the middle class. The rich will always be okay. They'll give more money to the people who aren't working. But the middle class, they hate. What are they going to do? These new electric cars will cost 20 grand more than another car. And the cost of your insurance, which responsible people buy, will double with electric cars. Where's that money going to come from? You're going to squeeze the middle class. Who's the only person who can continue to allow us to buy gas-powered cars in 2032? Donald John Trump! One more quick thing. In future Easters, when you're taking your kids to church, you don't want to turn on the radio and have some newsman tell you that today's a very important day. It's the Transgender Day of Visibility. The only man who can keep America the great country it was meant to be, Donald John Trump.